Advice that could save your life one day, except the scenarios become increasingly more likely to actually happen. If you ever find yourself falling out of a plane without a parachute and you have the crazy idea that you want to try and survive that shit, avoid water and aim for the trees or just very flat, soft land. And as you're falling, spread out your limbs to slow the fall, but right before you hit the ground, bring your feet together and bend your knees because this is about to hurt like a motherfucker. If you're driving and suddenly there's a deer on the road, it is much better to just hit the deer than to swerve off into a ditch. But if it's a moose, swerve that shit into the ditch. A moose is like a brick wall. This one has actually happened to me before, okay? Anytime somebody comes over your house, after they leave, make sure you check out your door and window locks because people suck and sometimes they're just trying to make it easier for them to break in later. So after the date, I go in for a kiss and she tells me my breath smells like shit. How was I supposed to know? You do know that if you lick the back of your hand, let it dry, and then sniff it, that's what your breath smells like to everybody else? I need to stop eating so much ass. Dude, why are all my towels damp? Because I took a shower and had to dry off? Before you get out of the shower, can you like squeegee yourself off a bit? You want me to do what? Use your hands to wipe off the water so the floor isn't soaked and I can use my damn towel for once. Hey, you know Q-tips just push all the earwax in deeper, right? I mean, yeah, but what else am I supposed to do? Well, you could let me put this straw of hydrogen peroxide in it. Why? Because it'll actually loosen up the earwax and clean out your ear. No, this is the weirdest thing ever! Ah! But Jayus, how does it work? Chemistry, bitch. But if you actually want to know, the plastic bag is made out of a polymer which has really long molecules that the pencil can just slip through without leaking any water. It's very similar to the reason why if you ever get stabbed, you shouldn't pull the thing out that stabbed you, because then you're gonna die. Oh, fuck. What am I doing? This is a bad idea. Oh. Here's a psychology trick to see what your friends subconsciously think about you. Just text them and ask, if I were a color, what color would I be? But be careful because this might ruin some friendships. If they said yellow, they think you're a loyal person that's kind of bubbly. If they said red, they kind of think you're manipulative. If they said blue, they think you're a spontaneous person and they really value your friendship. If they said pink, this indicates that they think you have a good personality, but that you're really not that smart. If they said purple, this person feels that they can rely on you and that they can go to you if they need advice. If this person said black, that means that they feel like they have a closer connection with you than they do with most people. If they said green, that means that they think you're careless and carefree, but not necessarily in a bad way. And if they see you as white, this means they think you're unreliable and kind of boring. Sucks. Make sure you send this to them afterwards so at least they know how you expose them. You know when you reheat food in the microwave and some parts of it are hot enough to burn your mouth and the other part of it is frozen? Well, that happens because you shouldn't actually have your food in the middle of the plate here. It should be on the edge so it can actually rotate around and cook evenly. If you want to save some time and cook two things at once, just add a mug in here for some height distribution. If you're going to reheat something like pasta or pizza or something, add a small cup of water in there to keep it moisturized, but to stop it from getting too chewy. So I got my college degrees in math and computer science, which means that I was never really good at writing. So here's some essay hacks to help you get an A without plagiarism. Go to the website EssayBot and type in the title and prompt, and the robot will try its best to actually write you out an essay. It'll go through a plagiarism checker and even give you the sources and citations. And then go to the website Hemingway Editor, and this will actually grade your paper and let you know what you need to work on. And then if you need to make your essay longer, just try changing these words into these phrases. It means the same thing, it gets your point across, and it'll get you to your word count. This is a photorealistic image that somebody made of George Washington if he was alive today. They also made Abraham Lincoln. What? This is what a sunset looks like from space. This bamboo grew during the pandemic, so it's completely untouched by the tourists trying to leave their mark. I once told a friend that his earlobes are in line with his nipples, and he was like, no, my nipples are way lower than my earlobes. And I was like, what? Dude, no, your earlobes are in line with your nipples. Before the invention of the light bulb, people on average slept about 10 hours a night with a first sleep and then a snack and then a second sleep. And I think we should bring that back. When you die, if you get cremated, you'd produce enough carbon to make 200 pencils, which means that you could be a souvenir at your own funeral. Most sea monster stories were actually just whales waiting to mate and flopping their dicks out of the water. Like, just try to look at this whale dick and tell me it doesn't look like the fucking Loch Ness Monster. Rhinos only have 5% body fat, and it's all stored at the bottom of their hooves, which makes them effectively silent at a full sprint. And I have a new nightmare. If a rabbit gets stressed out enough, it'll just eat their own children. So if you have a mom out there that didn't try to kill you, be thankful for that. Ladybugs have the highest rate of STDs out of any other bug. So the next time you have a cute little ladybug on your finger, just remember that he's probably a slut. Bees can perceive time. I can barely perceive time. Snails can feel their shells. So the next time you accidentally step on one, now you know that it felt that shit. Hey, so you're kinda like a doctor, right? No, not at all. I make silly educational videos. I don't have a medical license. I mean, but you know things, right? You said you knew my body better than I do. I mean, I guess. Well, okay, so my eyes have been like twitching a lot lately. What do you think that is? Sounds like a magnesium and vitamin B deficiency. You just gotta take your vitamins. Okay. I've also been like really fatigued lately, just super tired. I can't find any energy at all. Well, that's just your caffeine addiction, dude. All the coffee and Red Bull you drink makes your body rely on it and fucks up your nervous system. Oh, okay. Just one more thing. My pee smells really sweet, like a birthday cake. Your sweet ass has diabetes, dude. Why am I not provided a parachute when I get onto a plane? Like, if the plane's already going down, why not give people the option to jump instead of just dying in a crash? Okay, so I googled it, and one reason is that parachutes are very expensive and heavy, so the plane is gonna need more fuel, which means ticket price is just gonna go up to possibly unreasonable levels. Another reason is that the cabin door is pressurized, which means that you can't really open it mid-air without everybody passing out due to lack of oxygen. Also, there's no real way to get hundreds of untrained people to remain calm and wait in line for their turn to jump. So, if you've ever wondered why there's no parachutes on planes, there you go. I hate flying. Oh, dude, I'm so nauseous. Everything's spinning and I feel like I have to puke. Dude, just suck on this. What is this? It's just peppermint, okay? It's supposed to help with the nausea. Also, if you try tilting your head to the side, that could help too. Okay, cool. I hurt my back. You probably shouldn't be laying down for too long. What do you mean? I can barely move. Yeah, but the only way your back is gonna recover is if you stay moving. It's literally a use it or you lose it kind of thing. Dude, get up. It's like 4 p.m. What are you doing? I'm sleeping, dude. My sleep schedule's been all out of whack. You know, you can actually trick your body into resetting your sleep cycle. All you have to do is fast for like 12 to 16 hours. What do you mean? How is not eating gonna fix my sleep schedule? Your body's circadian rhythm is regulated through light, but also through food. So if you go through with the fast, you should be able to wake up and go to bed at regular times again. If you go into a hotel and tell them that you left your phone charger there, they'll pull out a giant box of chargers and you just get to pick one for free. You can get your letters delivered for free without any postage if you just put where you want it to go on the return address instead of where it's actually supposed to be. Most movie theaters have their bathrooms after or near the ticket check. So if you go and watch a movie, when you're leaving, just go take a shit, check out new movie times, and then go to another movie. You can do this a couple times before you get caught. Things I didn't realize was my ADHD, but probably should have been a dead giveaway. Cool, I got some time to kill before I have to leave. What? No! Yeah, I'm headed out right now. I gotta be there by 4. It's only 20 minutes late. It's already 3:45. Where are my keys? Well, it's 9:15, which is basically 9:30, which means it's almost 10. And I have to be in bed by 11, so I got no time to do anything. You know when you go somewhere kind of sketchy and you don't want to bring your whole wallet with you? Well, one thing you can do instead is do a secret stash of cash instead of an empty chapstick tube. Cashiers might assume stuff about you though. If you run your bacon under cold water before cooking it, you'll reduce the shrinkage by up to 50%. If you want to try and kill a fly with your bare hands, you can't just swipe down at it because the fly is like 100 times faster than you. So instead, what you have to do is make sure you clap just above the fly. Your kill rate will go from 0 to like 80%. Got one, got two. Look at me, I got 3. In Toy Story, Woody's famous line, "There's a snake in my boot," was actually a very common hallucination that alcoholics would get in the 19th century. In the movie Dumb and Dumber, Lloyd's chipped tooth is real. Apparently, when Jim Carrey was in detention in high school, some kid jumped on his head and chipped it, and so for the movie, he just took off the cap to look dumb. In The Goonies, the actor that played Chunk got the chicken pox, but didn't tell anybody because he was afraid that he was going to get recasted. So in this iconic scene where he lifts up his shirt, you can actually see the chicken pox. If you've swept your floors and you have a pile of dirt now, but you don't have a dustpan to get it up, what you can do is take a paper towel with the end of it wet, lay it down, and it works just the same. One of the best ways to separate the egg yolk from an egg white is by taking a water bottle, squeezing it, and just using the power of suction. So you come out of the shower and you want to put a towel around your waist, okay? This way that every guy does it looks sexy, but it's not sturdy at all. So what you gotta do is take the towel, wrap it around, and then fold it down twice. That way it creates this sort of belt thing. Like, this isn't going anywhere. You know, unless you wanted it to. Things I didn't realize was my ADHD, but probably should have been a dead giveaway. Where did I put my keys? I swore I just put them down. How am I always doing this? Where did I put them? What? Man, have you tried this new tea? It's so good. But it's hot. It's hot. Burn my tummy. Oh, eat this spoonful of sugar. It's like the magic cure for burns. Oh no, it's okay. Oh. Man, the scale makes me sad. I need to lose weight. What? Dude, no. Okay, you look amazing. But I do know that if you want to lose a pound of fat, you have to run about 3 hours. What kind of crazy person wants to run for 3 hours? Well, if you break it up, it's only 27 minutes a day and you lose a pound a week. Dude, my nose is so stuffed. I barely got any sleep last night. Oh, you should keep this bowl of onions next to your bed at night. It'll clear everything up. Won't this just make me like cry? Oh, I get it. Thank you. If you have a jar or container that you really just can't seem to open, run it under hot water for a few seconds. And then once you dry it, it should just open right up. I've never not had this work. If you're constantly making a routine but then just dropping it the next day because you're too tired to follow through, try making 3 different routines, okay? One for a low energy day, a mid energy day, and a high energy day. It's a lot easier to stick to it. So in LA, they're telling us to wear masks again. And one thing that always annoyed me was how my sunglasses would fog up when I wear both. So one thing I learned to get rid of that is by adding a little bit of dish soap to the glasses, rubbing it in, and then not washing it off with water, just wiping them off. The fog shouldn't exist after that. Does the royal family have a last name? Because like it's Queen Elizabeth II, there's Prince Harry, Princess Diana. What? It's Windsor? Where the fuck? Like, just imagine if your name was George VI, Albert Frederick Arthur George Windsor. That's so fancy.
Slide it to the right spot. Nice. So graceful, Bella. Don't flick it. That'll make him mad, haha. Poor, poor, poor. Was that too much? Oh no, he's looking at me. I like it sweet. H. This looks like piss. Sus. It smells like piss. Shake, shake, shake. I kinda want more, but I don't want to be rude. His face. This looks cool. I did it. Stir, stir, stir. Whipped cream is good. Double take. I think I did good. Hand.
I thought that everybody enjoyed taking hot showers, but it turns out some people take cold showers. And just out of curiosity, I'm gonna try it. This is a nightmare, but it has its benefits, okay? So cold showers stimulate your immune system and antidepressant hormones. It also accelerates your metabolism, tightens your skin, and reduces hair loss. I'm done. I genuinely prefer to be boiled alive. I mean this in the nicest way possible, okay? Nobody notices you as much as you think. Everybody's in their own little world, so try not to care as much. But that being said, if you do something embarrassing in public, just say you lost a bet. My golden rule for spending money is if I can't afford to buy it twice, then I can't afford it at all. If you want to work on being more confident, make a conscious effort to talk to 3 people every single day. Even if it's as simple as like, oh, hey, I like your shoes, or asking if they did the homework. You'll notice over time, you're a lot more comfortable just talking to new people. If you have a pimple, one thing you can do is put a little bit of honey on it, cover it with a Band-Aid overnight, and by the time you wake up, it'll be gone and it won't leave a scar. If after you run the dishwasher, your dishes still come out wet, one thing you can do is right when it's done, take a dry towel, hang it over the edge, and then just gently close it. In about 30 minutes, they'll all be dry. So if you ever get a bruise that you kind of just want to go away, one thing that you can do is apply pressure to it and then rub in a clockwise motion. This will activate and speed up the lymphatic process and your body will just naturally get rid of it. I don't know if you guys have picked up on it yet, but I really like space. So here's some cool space things that I found because, you know, space is cool as fuck. So this is a composite photo of the moon, and that reddish color is actually the moon's iron rusting. But scientists don't really know how the moon even has rust because the moon doesn't have water or oxygen. This is a photo of a massive eruption on the sun, and that little loop right there, that thing can fit 2 whole Earths inside of it. Last year's SpaceX's Falcon 9 launch caused a twilight phenomenon, and this happens when the exhaust particles from a missile or rocket condense, freeze, and then expand in the upper atmosphere. Did you know that people with blue eyes and people with brown eyes actually see differently? If you have blue eyes, you have much less melanin compared to those with brown eyes, which just means that more light is able to pass through, so you're more sensitive to it. Like, my eyes are blue, and for me personally, I can't even really go outside without wearing a pair of sunglasses because it's just too bright. But this also means that I have better night vision than somebody with brown eyes because all the melanin acts as natural sunglasses. Like, this is what brown eyes see at night versus blue eyes, and then blue eyes, brown eyes during the day. If your car's ever overheating, you either need to 1, turn it off, or 2, if you can't do that, turn your heat on full blast. The cab will pull the heat from the engine, thus cooling it off. 10minuteemail.com gives you a fake email address so you don't have to use your personal one when signing up for things. If you're like me and you have trouble lighting candles because your hands are too big, what you need to do is light a piece of spaghetti because then you'll be able to reach it. I can't swallow pills. I can't do it. You know, if you take your left hand and then squeeze your thumb in your fist, it'll actually suppress your gag reflex. Is this why you have a boyfriend and I don't? And then this dude just was trying to pretend that he didn't even know what a bagel was. Do you have the hiccups? No, I'm doing this for shits and giggles. You know you can get rid of those by sticking your fingers in your ears because it stimulates the vagus nerve and resets your diaphragm. What? I am just not feeling my hair right now. Like, is that dandruff? You know, if you put a little bit of vodka in your shampoo bottle, it'll get rid of dandruff, make your hair stronger, shinier, and grow faster. All I heard was vodka. Sometimes I like to tell unfunny jokes on purpose just to see who's gonna laugh. That way I can tell who has a crush on me. If somebody's ever like, hey, we need to talk, you need to be like, yeah, we do. That way, you're both stressed out. If you upload all your photos on Tinder upside down, the person's gonna have to flip their phone around to see you and realize that you're fucking ugly. So they're gonna swipe left, but actually they're gonna swipe right and you just got a match.
My daily routine with ADHD. Wake up. Do fucking nothing for 5 hours. Panic. Do stuff in a panic for 1 to 2 hours. Hyperfixate on one thing for 4 hours. Make sure it's the wrong thing. Let the existential dread set in. Make a pact with myself to break out of this pattern tomorrow. Repeat pattern tomorrow.
These fun facts aren't really that fun. Most dentures in the 1800s were made out of the teeth of dead soldiers. There's a part of Mount Everest called Rainbow Valley, and it's named that because of all the colorful coats of the dead people scattered around. In 1933, Dr. Carl Tanzler raided the tomb of a female patient that he was obsessed with, stole her body, and then lived with the corpse for 7 years! Like, this body was literally falling apart and he had to try and keep it together with, like, coat hangers and shit. And the only reason he was caught was because somebody saw him through an open window dancing with it. Some of you parents out there need to start making your kids help out around the house because I am tired of meeting people my own goddamn age that are just amazed that I know how to do my own laundry or clean a fucking toilet. By age 2 or 3, they should be able to help with just like basic stuff like cleaning up their toys or setting the table or putting their dish in the sink after eating. By age 4 or 5, there shouldn't be too much responsibility, but they should be able to clean their own room and help a little bit around the kitchen. Around 6 to 9, this is when they can start helping around the house, you know, like sweeping the floors, washing their own dishes, or folding and putting away laundry. By 10 to 12, this is when I learned how to mow a lawn, do my own laundry, and by that time I was making like really easy meals for the family. By age 13 and up, this kid should be a little bit more self-sufficient, being able to take care of themselves and take care of their surroundings. But hey, you do what you want with your own kid. I might have just grew up a little bit too fast, being the oldest and then being in foster care. But to be fair, I did move out at 18 and was able to take care of myself. If you sell drugs, get an Uber or a Lyft sign for your car. That way you don't look as shady with people getting in and out of it all the time. If you're getting married, make sure that you send a wedding invite to every billionaire rich person whose contact information you can find, because there's about a 50-50 chance that their assistant's just gonna send you guys a gift without ever wondering who the fuck you are. If you ever find yourself in the position where you're homeless, you should try to get a gym membership. That way you have a place to go and shower and an excuse to go to the gym. You'll get jacked as fuck and you can just beat up your old landlord. Make sure you go check out my YouTube channel. Dude, are we out of cough syrup? I threw it away because pineapple juice is way more effective and it can clear the bacteria in your throat. Hey, I can't sleep. Did you try the breathing exercises I showed you? See, I would, but I forgot what it was. Okay, so what you have to do is inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 7 seconds, and then exhale for 8 seconds, and that should help you fall asleep. Hey, guess what? You're being too loud. I have a headache. Oh shoot, my bad. But I have the perfect thing for you, okay? Stick your feet in this bowl of semi-hot water. I'm not doing that. Put your feet in the semi-hot water now. Alright. Why? I'm about to ruin everyone's day right now. You know when you go into a public bathroom and you see one of these motherfuckers? These hand drying things? They are bullshit. When you dry your hands with a paper towel, you reduce the bacteria on them by 45 to 60%. When you use the fucking wind machine, the bacteria on your hands increases by 255%. You shouldn't have even washed your hands at that point. Make sure that you marry somebody that you only kinda like. That way, if you get a divorce, it's not that bad. If you really want to piss somebody off, when you're introducing them to somebody else, use little air quotes when announcing what their job is. Yeah, I want you to meet my friend, okay? This is Todd. He's great. He's an accountant, and he likes long walks on the beach. If you have really strict parents, you need to start rebelling early, okay? Set those expectations low, or else you're gonna be 20 years old asking your mom if you can dye your hair. If you're ever watching a show and you like the outfit of a character, what you can do is go to this website called Worn on TV and find exactly what they're wearing. See, like I really like Spencer's shirt in this episode, so I went to the website and there it is at Nordstrom for $93. Fuck that shit. When you go to college, please don't be the dummy that buys the textbook that you're never gonna use again at full price. When I was in school, I used this website called Slug Books, where all you have to do is type in the ISBN of your book and it'll actually compare the prices of all these different websites. So it used to be $220, but you can get it for $100, or you can rent it for like $70, which is awesome. If you're not sure what to cook for dinner, there's this website called Supercook where you can enter every food you have in the fridge and it'll tell you what meals you can make with it. You might not see much here, but what the website sees is a vodka Red Bull with some pineapple. Use an ice cube to get gum out of the hair, okay? Because it hardens it up and makes it easier to get out. If you're worried about whether or not your breath stinks, what you have to do is lick your wrist and then smell it, because that's what it smells like to everybody else around you. If you're trying to call out from work and you want to sound sick, what you have to do is hang your head off the bed, that way you sound more congested on the phone.
I want my hair to be like Maddie's.
Right now? Because I don't want it to burn you, okay?
So don't move.
That's how it's gonna make it work.
The first curl of many. Cruz, do you want to dye your hair too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. If only we had some bleach. Wait, you have bleach in your car. We can dye Cruz's hair.
Let's not.
She said I could have my hair bleached.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Can you call Mom, Bella?
I mean, you did bleach your
I
hair.
don't think mine.
Now fluffing it up a little. Why, my guy? You like it?
Yeah, turns out that was a bad idea.
Burn.
Wow, thank you so much.
There is literally no law that says you can't put your friends down as your references and pretend that they were your boss at your old job. There's nothing that says you can't do that. If you're applying for a job or like a school or something, just say that you were Time's 2006 Person of the Year, because in 2006, Time made everybody Person of the Year. If you ever mess up in front of a customer, just be like, sorry, it's my first day, or sorry, I'm still in training, no matter how long you've worked there, because I promise you, they're gonna go easier on you. If you're ever being chased by an animal, all you gotta do is lay on the ground for 5 seconds. That way the 5-second rule kicks in and prevents the animal from eating you. So a lot of people go to the gym and lift these big weights, okay, but what I've learned is that these smaller weights are much lighter and easier to lift. When you go to therapy, ask your therapist who their therapist was and then go see them, and then ask them the same thing until you find the final boss therapist who can hopefully fix your train wreck of a life. When I was in middle school, I like to try to find ways to make some money because I didn't have money and I wanted money, and I probably watched like a little bit too much Ed, Edd and Eddy, so like I ran scams basically. By far my favorite one is when I scammed the school by selling fake dance wristbands. There's a school dance, school would sell wristbands, everybody would get one, you put it on your wrist when you're walking through the door, that way the teachers see that you bought a ticket and they'd let you in. When a dance was coming up, I would figure out what color the wristbands were because they'd sometimes be blue or red, like for Valentine's Day they were all white with little hearts on them, and then I'd go grab my art supplies, make these really nice fake wristbands, and if the school was selling them for $5, I'd sell them for $4. I did this for the 2 years I was at this middle school and I never got caught, and I got into all the dances for free. Tell me you were a problem child without saying you were a problem child. My throat's so sore from yelling all night. Why were you yelling all night? Well, there was this girl and you don't need to know. Yeah, you're right, I don't want to know. But you know, if you eat like a spoonful of honey or like a cucumber, it'll help relieve your throat. I think we have some pickles. Is that the same thing? No. Whoa, dude, you look like stressed out. Are you good? What? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Ew, okay. Well, let's just say that you were. A good pressure point to get rid of tension and stress is by rubbing the webbing in your hand right here. I'm not stressed. You know what? Fine. Okay. Yeah, and then this girl called me I can't remember what she said. Ooh, okay, try squeezing your fist. For some reason, this improves brain activity and it'll help you remember the word. Oh yeah, she called me a pompous douche canoe. When you go to shave your armpits or your legs or your, you know, if you put deodorant over the area, it'll prevent razor burn. If you have a knot in your shoelace or your chain or something like that, try putting a little bit of cornstarch on it. This will untangle anything. If you ever burn yourself on something, don't grab ice, okay? What you need to do is get some yellow mustard, rub it over the area, and rinse with cold water. This stuff's like the magic eraser for burns. When I was in middle school, I ran a black market snack ring. I didn't have like the best grades, so my parents sent me to like a study group after school, but I got bored, so I always ditched. One day I sneak out with my friend Cody and we decide to rob the cafeteria, and because we didn't get caught, we do it again the next day, and then we had the idea to start selling the food on the bus. We had all the soda, candy, chips, leftover lunches. Like I was making like $200 a week as a 12-year-old and I never got caught. Now that I think about it, that's not even like the worst scam that I ran at that school. So I'm in Miami right now for the TikTokers versus YouTubers fight today, but last night was so much fun. Probably a little too much fun because I have a hangover now, and that sucks. But luckily, I'm Jayus, so I know how to make it better. Look at this view, you guys. What the fuck? Step 1, get some fluids in you. I have this $4 hotel water, so that's gonna have to work. And then take a painkiller like Advil or ibuprofen, but not Tylenol, because Tylenol can actually make it worse. Just a little bit of dark magic to make the pain go away. A shower can make everything better. This is amazing. Smell some rubbing alcohol to help with the nauseousness. Eat food. When in doubt, just keep drinking because you can't have a hangover if you're still drunk. Part 2 ear hacks. Grab your pencil, grab your ear, and let's go. If you want to suppress sexual feelings, what you want to do is actually just tug right here on the ear. But let's say you're trying to get your freak on, you can't really get into that mind state. What you want to do is apply pressure with the pencil right outside of the ear above that flap. Wow. Let's say you're craving sugar and you want that to stop. What you can do is take this pencil and apply pressure right there where the flap is. But let's say you're craving salt. It's going to be about right there. And if it's just stress eating in general, you want to have the pencil about there. I've been very open about my insomnia on here. And one thing that can actually help that is by rubbing this part of your ear or a little bit lower and just pulling back. Our bodies are weird, man. I don't fully get it, but like, it works. Did you know that your ears have a lot of pressure points called musculoskeletal points that have been proven to naturally help with a lot of the issues that happen with our bodies? And all you really need is a pencil. If you have period cramps, you just need to apply pressure with the pencil to right here on your ear underneath that flap. But if you're constipated, you want to go above that piece. If you're getting motion sick, you just want to have the pencil pushing your ear back right here. But if you're just generally dizzy, you want to have it pulling down. And if you're feeling anxious, there's actually 2 ways to relieve relieve this. The first one is by taking the pencil and pushing it straight into your head in the middle there, and the other one is by rubbing where your earlobe corner thing is. And there's actually quite a few of these that can help with insomnia, salt or sugar cravings, your sex drive, and even the hiccups. So let me know if you guys want a part 2. By taking a hot spoon and just I would like to make a correction on the video that I posted yesterday, okay? Please do not take a hot spoon and place it on your skin to get rid of a bug bite itch. It needs to be a warm spoon. Because I, actually burnt myself, okay? There is a blister there now. How fun is that? I did not realize how quick the spoon would get hot on the stove because what you're supposed to do is get a cup of hot water, put the spoon in there to warm it up, but instead, I decided to just put the spoon directly on the flames. And you guys want to know what the best part is that it wasn't even a bug bite. It's a bee sting, which means that I needed an ice pack. Why do I do these things? If you have a bug bite like I do right here on my knee, the best way to get it to stop itching is by taking a hot spoon and just fuck! Ah! Why do I do these things? Hurts like an absolute bitch for a second, but at least it doesn't itch anymore. If you're like me and you forget to take the clothes out of the dryer in time, take a wet towel, throw it in there, and then run it again, all the wrinkles will be gone. If you just can't seem to kill a fly, try using Febreze or Windex. It'll stop them from flying. You stupid fucking bitches, come down here and fight me like a man! For animal testing involving dogs, most laboratories use beagles because they've been shown to be the most forgiving of people that inflict pain on them, and now I want to cry. If a grizzly bear has a single cub, it'll abandon it in hopes that next year it'll get 2, maybe even 3 cubs. Stephen Hawking, the guy who made detailed studies of black holes even possible, died a little over a year before the first picture of a black hole was ever taken. Dude, I'm tired of hearing you cough. Put these socks on. Why? Because I put Vicks Vapor Rub on them and it'll get you to shut the fuck up. Huh? Thanks, man. Dude, I'm so tired. Well, did you get enough sleep? I mean, yeah, I got like a full 8 hours. Honestly, your body's probably just dehydrated. Go drink some water, it'll wake you up. I'm only listening to you, okay, because this one actually makes sense. Dude, you know right before you're gonna throw up, your mouth fills with saliva? Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, that's happening right now, and I think I'm gonna throw up. You know that if you swallow the saliva, you're more likely to throw up than if you just keep spitting it out? Okay. Not on the floor! In the movie Baby Driver, they were actually supposed to get the Halloween Michael Myers masks, but they couldn't get the rights to it. So they asked Michael Myers from Austin Powers if they could use his face instead, and he said okay. And I think the fact that the joke is real makes it even funnier. The sounds the velociraptors make in Jurassic Park is actually just turtles fucking. In Rocky IV, Sylvester Stallone wanted the fight to look as real as possible, so he told the dude to actually hit him, and he ended up in the ICU for 4 days. If you're frying something in a pan like bacon, if you just add a little bit of salt to the pan, it'll stop the grease from splattering back at you. If you're on the phone with customer service and just stuck talking to a robot, if you keep clicking the pound button, it'll force the system to let you talk to a human. If you're like me and your hand's just too big to get the chips at the bottom of the Pringles can, one thing you can do is get a piece of paper and just shove it in there. That way they all come out without making a mess.
I just crush them up and drink them.
If your car's been sitting in the sun for a while and it's too hot to get in, the quickest way to cool it off is by rolling down one side window and with the other side just pumping the hot air out. It takes less than a minute. If there's someone riding my ass, I don't brake check because that's dangerous. So instead, I like to just hit my windshield wiper fluid, that way it flies back and hits them and lets them know that they're way too fucking close. If you're driving in an area with a lot of stoplights, usually if you just go the exact speed limit, you'll only hit greens. Speed limit's 40 right now, so I'll go 40. There's 1, 2, 3. I even got the green arrow. I'm telling you, just Are you okay? I got a cramp in my foot. I got a cramp. It's a cramp. Take off your shoes. What? No. Fuck you. Take your shoes off. Jesus. Okay. Fine. There. It's off. Now wiggle your big toe. Why is this working? What are you doing?
I burnt myself, so I'm getting some ice.
Actually, if you put ice on it, it's gonna form a blister. You should try just cold water instead.
Hey, I'm getting something from Postmate. Would you like something?
Maddie, do you have the hiccups?
No.
Yeah, okay, so to get rid of your non-existent hiccups, take a big deep breath in, hold it for as long as you can, swallow twice, then exhale through your nose. It'll reset your diaphragm. That was really... But the hiccups are gone, right? Yeah. In The Dark Knight, the Joker is constantly licking his lips to the point that it's part of like the Joker character now. But this is only because Heath Ledger was wearing prosthetic scars that he had to lick to keep from falling off. In Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, you can see that Miles' spider sense goes off like a split second after Peter and Gwen's. The Chinese restaurant at the end of A Christmas Story is called Bo Ling's Chop Suey Palace, but only because the place used to be a bowling alley and the W went out. If a service dog ever approaches you but they're alone, that means that their owner is in trouble and they probably can't move, so you should follow him, because you'll get a free wallet. To watch any TV show or movie online for free, just type in the name of that TV show or movie and then index or parent directory after it. If you ever have to take a polygraph test, when you're answering the question, clench your butthole. This will have every answer register as a hit, invalidating all the results. Hey, what? Did you know that in the 60s, a bunch of hippies tried a ritual to levitate the Pentagon in the air to try and stop the Vietnam War? Did it work? I don't know. I wasn't there. Did you know that limping used to be a trend? What? I'm dead serious too, okay? In Victorian England, young girls admired Alexandria of Denmark because she was gonna marry the Prince of Wales. But she had an actual limp, so young girls just started limping everywhere, and shoe keepers actually sold shoes that like had one heel higher than the other. Bella, you're weird. Hey, Jesus Christ, what? A Road Not Taken by Robert Frost was written to mock his indecisive friend, not to inspire anybody. Cool! Guys, I bought something. I'm so excited!
Cool, so cool. So cool.
These balls are kind of heavy. Okay, but for real though, I have no clue how to turn this thing on. I found it. It turned on, guys. I bought a Deadpool pinball machine. Look at this shit.
Oh my god.
Ah! Oh my god, I haven't played pinball in like years. I'm so happy I bought this. Look at a little Deadpool. Now you get to battle somebody in the actual arcade part of the game. This is the coolest thing I've ever bought.
Fuck yeah.
Black bears eat their prey alive and ass first. There's about 300,000 black bears in the US right now. Only 4 states in America have outlawed child marriage: New Jersey, Delaware, Minnesota, and Pennsylvania. Everywhere else it's perfectly legal as long as you have the parents' consent. If you die in your home, your pets will not hesitate to eat you.
Dad's yummy.
Mary Gibbs, the girl that played Boo in Monsters, Inc., was so little when they were making the movie that it was hard to keep her in the recording studio. So they decided to just follow her around with a microphone, cut in the lines and add in whatever random child noises she made. In Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, Shaggy's able to find his fanboys by actually smelling the weed coming off of them. In Jojo Rabbit, imaginary Hitler is seen offering cigarettes to Jojo and eating meat, but in reality, Hitler was strongly opposed to smoking and a vegetarian, implying that Jojo knew very little about Hitler. Hey, you okay? Dude, I have like the worst toothache right now. That's great! Fuck you! No, I can help. Okay, take this ice cube and rub it in a V shape in between your index finger and your thumb. The pain will go away. I worry about you. Why are you crying? You're yelling at me. I'm literally just telling you to flush the toilet. I don't know, I'm just really bad with confrontation, just cry. If you want to stop yourself from crying and embarrassing yourself like this, just hold your eyes open without blinking and kind of like look up a little bit. Okay. Oh my god, my chest hurts. The side of my chest hurts so bad. So that's actually called a side stitch, and to stop it, you have to exhale when your left foot hits the ground to take the pressure off your liver. I'm never running again. I'm getting ripped tonight. R.I.P. that.
What are you about to say?
Me and Ash are on a road trip right now. I'm waiting for him to pee, so here's some dog facts. So when a dog yawns, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're tired like when humans are, okay? It actually means that they're anxious. Dogs are so in tune with our emotions that if we're stressed out, they're gonna be stressed out too, but if we're happy, they're gonna be happy. I've also noticed that when I can't sleep, Astro can't sleep either. Have you ever noticed your dog just like squint his eyes? Not like that. When they squint their eyes, they're 1, trying to get your attention, and 2, trying to say that I'm not trying to be aggressive right now. Please tell Astro to go to the fucking bathroom already, can you please? So I'm 6'2", which is pretty tall for a girl. And a guy. I've had some experience growing, which is good, so I'm gonna help all you shorties out there because here are 3 proven ways to grow taller. Wow. Drink milk, okay? Doesn't necessarily need to be cow's milk, you just need a daily intake of calcium because that's what makes your bones grow. Swimming won't necessarily make you grow past your potential, but because when you're in the pool, gravity's kind of taken away from your spine, so swimming won't decrease your height or damage your growth plates like other exercises will. Make sure you stretch, okay? Certain stretches like toe touches, cobra stretch, rollovers, and bar hang. Oh, excuse me. They all improve your posture and elongate your spine, thus making you taller. But really though, it all comes down to your DNA, so no matter how tall you are, just own it. We're dyeing Nick's
back?
hair.
No.
Nick, you should dye your hair like hot pink.
Okay.
I kind of want to dye my hair like a lighter blonde because everybody thinks I'm a brunette, but I'm not a fucking brunette. Not really the Coke I was looking for, but that's fine. They have Mountain Dew! Yes!
Are you going snorkel?
Yeah. Your slushie's so cute and small.
Did you drink water?
Like you. I forgot I was making this video, but look! His hair, it's being dyed. Even though the dye's not black, his hair is coming out black. It's very interesting.
We discussed that it did not have to be black dye.
We are all like going live and it's
Yeah, we're all still
Nick, why are you naked?
It's like one of those like little monkeys at the zoo that.
Whenever I see my younger siblings, I make it a point to give each one of them a hug hello and goodbye because when I was put in foster care, they didn't get a goodbye from me and then we just didn't see each other for 3 years. I have a hard time believing people when they compliment me or say that they like me because I've had multiple exes after months or years of dating straight up tell me that they were never attracted to me in the first place. I grew up hearing stories from my mom about her being homeless, and even though I don't have a relationship with her anymore, anytime I see somebody who is homeless, I always give them whatever cash I have in my wallet. I think the only reason I'm gay is because when I was 4, there was an older neighbor girl who kissed me and it blew my mind because I didn't even think that was an option, and ever since I've had crushes on girls. Whenever I get to a really low point, the only thing that keeps me here is curiosity. I don't necessarily want to be alive, but I stick around just to see what happens. I try really hard to be authentically me as I can be around anybody that I meet because I was forced to hide who I was for years and I never want to experience that feeling again. If you put your onion in the freezer 10 minutes before chopping it, it reduces the tears that happen. Also, TikTok won't let me show a knife, but if you wet your knife before chopping, that helps too. The best way to clean your bathtub is with dish soap, because think about it, when you bathe, you're washing off all your body oil, dirt, and skin, especially if you use one of these little scrubber things and just like clean it as you shower. If you're chopping jalapenos or just cooking with anything spicy in general, the best way to get that off your hands so you don't like burn your eyes or your partner or anything is vegetable oil. So I used to do these live streams where every time somebody did a big donation, I would write their name in Sharpie somewhere on my body. And I quickly had to learn that the best way to get Sharpie off of skin is sunblock. Comes off very quickly. Let's pretend that you're stupid and say that you accidentally draw a smiley face on your whiteboard in Sharpie. Okay, the best way to get this off is a dry erase marker. I'm just gonna cover this. I'm gonna do half to show you guys that this works. I'll just do the eyes. It comes right off. We have a marker that's like kind of dying out. And you're like, oh, I should throw this away. Don't. You can save this with just a little bit of centrifugal force. Okay, just spin this over your head. It'll bring the ink to the tip of the marker, making it usable again. You just gotta do it for a little bit. All right, try this again. You can actually see it this time. So I'm on a movie set, like factory thing, and we gotta make it look like there was a party that happened here. Right here. Total party zone.
Getting dizzy. Do you like my hard hat?
I'm pretty sure there's a light in this balloon. Drinks. Do you guys remember these like little paper snappy things? Just, oh.
I'm having so much fun.
I got confetti.
They're paying me to do this. We.
Love that.
Runs into me.
What's wrong with you? I'm constipated. Really? Man, fuck you. You know you're fine. You should get one of those like squatty potty things, or what really works is rocking back and forth. I'm not doing that. Then I guess you're not shitting. Dude, wake up. Teacher's watching you. Shit, I'm really tired. You know, one way to keep yourself awake is to see how long you can go keeping one of your feet off the ground. It's working. That's when I told him that you can't just put peanut butter on everything, you know? Hey, you good? Did it go down like the wrong pipe or something? Yeah. Your hands up. Right now. Do it. Hands up. Why did that work? In The Incredibles, when Helen thinks Bob is cheating on her, she punches Mirage, but you can also see that she tries to punch him too, but he dodges it. In the movie Soul, the first Soul assigned number is 108,210,121,415, and this is interesting because it actually lines up with PRB's total estimate of number of humans that have ever lived. In the original trilogy, Luke tells R2 to stay on the ship multiple times, but he never listens because the last person to tell R2 to stay on the ship was Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith, and He never came back. So I got invited to the clubhouse today and I was kind of expecting like a pillow fort or a tree house, something cool, you know, but it's just another mansion. I'm kind of disappointed. Oh wow, they got lions in the front, so classy. And a one-way mirrored door, yeah, never seen that before. I bet this disco ball chandelier doesn't even spin like an actual disco ball. How long do you think George Washington just had to like hold this pose while they painted this? Too long, way too long. Wow, a wall of mirrors. I'm not jealous. Got the infinity pool that ends. Got Greek statues, but it's not even like showing his dick. Happy May the 4th, motherfuckers. Here's some Star Wars facts that you've probably never heard of. When The Empire Strikes Back, one of the asteroids is actually a production designer's shoe because they got annoyed with the stop motion and threw it out of protest. Also, that's a potato. During the filming of Ewan McGregor's lightsaber duels, he would actually like make lightsaber sounds out loud and not realize it, and they'd have to keep reshooting it. The original Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber is made out of an MK1 grenade. Carrie Fisher had to tape her boobs down because George Lucas said there's no bras in space, so she wasn't allowed to wear a bra. There was a Hutt Jedi. How does that work? Chewbacca has a wife named Mala and a son named Lumpy. What the fuck? George Lucas originally wanted Boba Fett and Darth Vader to be brothers, but he decided against it. James Earl Jones refused to have his name put in the original credits because he thought the movie was gonna be a total failure. The guy who was force choked by Darth Vader also played Hitler in Indiana Jones. So technically Darth Vader killed Hitler. May the 4th be with you and also with you, and also remember that tomorrow is Revenge of the 5th, haha.
Easier to raise, really? Is that why we currently have a generation of emotionally damaged and
I will stand on this hill and I will die on this hill, and I will continue to talk my shit from this hill when this topic comes up. Boys are easier to raise because nobody fucking raises them. Now, of course, it's not every parent, but you're lying if you're telling me that the way a daughter is raised versus the way a son is raised is not different. Daughters are surrounded by and focused on by their families so much that it has become a problem with the amount of pressure that daughters face growing up in a family. But with a son, it's just not the same. That's why we have this generation of men who lack social skills, self-awareness, self-confidence, because no one actually taught them those things while they were growing up. The most attention you'll probably ever see a son get is when they're athletically gifted or when he's a mama's boy. Those are the only times that a son is really focused on. And even then, nobody's teaching that child how to love themselves, self-worth, what it means to be a man. You don't see any of those teachings, not even from society. Growing up, little boys are taught that if they're not having sex, they're doing something wrong. If they're not taking care of a woman, they're doing something wrong. We need to change that.
If your parents did this, they were kind of shitty, and you should make sure that you don't take this shitty thing with you and do it to your kid. Teasing you about your romantic interest, okay? This shit isn't cool, and it only kills your confidence and then delays your emotional growth. Telling your embarrassing childhood stories as entertainment or dinner party talk, using your humiliation to make their friends laugh, only builds resentment and breaks trust. Treating you like a therapist. It's okay to talk about some worries, but when they're constantly complaining about every little problem to you, it's emotionally draining, and the full fallout won't even hit you until like 10, 20 years down the line. Parents should support their kids, not the other way around. I think we all need just one big group therapy session. What do you guys think? If you have a picky eater, have them be in the kitchen and actually help you cook. That way they get more comfortable around the food and they'll be more excited to eat it because they made it themselves. Kids' attention spans are absolute shit. So if they're ever having a meltdown, just distract them by asking like what color their shoes are, if they can count to 10, or if they want a hug. Usually shuts them up. Teach your kids that if they ever get separated from you, to find a woman with kids and ask them for help before asking anybody else. Also make sure to have your phone number memorized from like a very early age. If you ever get a ring stuck on your finger, okay, just add a little bit of Windex to it and I promise you it'll come right off. Wow. If your coffee ever just tastes a little too bitter, add a pinch of salt. This shit is life-changing. If you're ever out of the house and you realize that your armpits just fucking stink but you don't have any deodorant on hand, try adding a little bit of hand sanitizer. Smell is caused by bacteria. This kills 99.9% of bacteria. Just don't make it a regular thing because your skin's sensitive. Good morning! Did you know that if you drink half a glass of water when you wake up and half a glass of water before you go to bed, you remember your dreams better? I'm not that thirsty, though. I know you're drinking the water. Oh God, I am so sore from that workout. Never again, never again. Oh, try some pickle juice. Stuff's a lifesaver. Honestly, I don't know if I believe you, but okay. Something in the vinegar stops the nerve signals that cause muscle cramps. It works. And I need to like eat less and lose some weight, you know? There's always diet and exercise. Or you could try eating some spicy food. Try spicy food. Oh, it tricks your taste buds into being more satisfied with smaller amounts, so you end up losing weight. Oh, cool. I thought about this for like maybe a week, but I want to box someone. Now do I know how to box? Absolutely not, okay? But like, I'm a big girl. I'm 6'2". I'm a little skinny, but I'm strong, and I've like been in a fight before, so I know how to take a punch. And even if I'm not good, I know a lot of you out there would pay really good money to watch me get my shit rocked. I just don't know any other social media girls that would be willing to fucking fight me. About one of these things, boxing. I don't know how much water you're supposed to put in these things, so I just filled it, but like, come on. You think JoJo Siwa's my height? Do you think she'd want to fight me? Wow! I haven't really been keeping up with any of the shit that I'm supposed to be keeping up with, and today is the day that I said I'd do it all to try and catch up, so I thought I'd share with you guys. Also, meet Bob! Look at Astro all official on his chair. Look how fucking big he's getting though, like, bro. Take my micro dose of meth. Now I just have to wait for it to kick in, and 30 minutes later, clothes put away. Bedroom cleaned. Bathroom disinfected. Living room looking nice. The kitchen kinda done. I didn't wash that champagne flute there, but it's fine. Flies murdered. Astro's area kinda good though. Yeah. All right, time for email. Shit. I can live with that for now. I think I need an assistant. Dog walked. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? Go be productive today. Do you have any eye drops? My eyes have just been like so dry lately. I don't have any on me, but we can go get some. But it sounds like you need more vitamin A. Like it can cause dry eyes. So like carrots and spinach and eggs. Or you can just make me cry. Your hair looks stupid and I hate you. How are you not cold right now, man? I'm like freezing. Maybe because I don't have thyroid issues. What are you talking about? You're always freezing when it's not even cold, which is a sign of low thyroid production. Go to a doctor. Man, I think I have eczema. Stop itching it. Oh, yeah, sorry. Have you had any milk or wheat or eggs recently? Yeah, actually, all those things. Oh, you have a food intolerance. Those can cause eczema. What? What's up, you exhausted motherfuckers? You know who you are. Here's exactly how long you should be taking a nap for. Why do I look cute though? About 10 to 20 minutes is a great way to boost your energy, alertness, and just a good way to get refreshed and then get back to work. Maybe you think that you need a little bit more time than that. You're like, yeah, I'll just like close my eyes for 30 minutes. You know, just a quick 30-minute cat nap. Never do this, never do this. So many studies have shown that you wake up more tired than you were in the first place. 60-minute nap has been shown to improve your memory, but more specifically, your fact, face, and name recognition. 90-minute nap will improve your emotional regulation, procedural memory, and creativity. It's also the easiest to wake up from. So if you ever forget a kid's name and don't really want to hurt their feelings, just call them something silly. Be like, your name is Sandwich, right? They'd be like, no, it's Sam. The odometer's in your car. You should be using trip A to track between oil changes. I need an oil change, and trip B between the last time you've had a fill up. It says 20%, so do I actually need one though? If you're ever on the fence about buying something, ask yourself, if you had to choose between being given this item or its value in cash, which one would you take? For example, I would choose Astro any day over the $2,500 that I paid for this motherfucker. So if you have a headache at the front of your head, you need more sleep. But if it's on the top right here, you need to eat more and drink more water. But if it's on the back here, you need to figure out whatever it is that's stressing you out so much and stop it. And if you're feeling it a lot at the front of your face, that's a sinus headache and you either need medicine or exercise. If it feels like you're wearing just a really tight headband, that's a tension headache and you need to get away from the phone screen and go take a hot shower. If all the pain is around one eye, this is called a cluster headache. And if you get these a lot, you should go see a doctor. And if one side of your head just really, really hurts, that's not a headache. It's a migraine. What? This is great, man. It's so cool. Yeah, I can't hear you. Hey, if you can't hear them because they're mumbling, you should lean in with your right ear because it's better than your left ear at listening for rapid rhythms of speech. Okay, stranger, the party's like so great and like you want to go make out? Are you okay? I can't stop coughing. Stick your hands up in the air. Thanks. Oh, wave them like you just don't care. I'm feeling kind of sad today. Try sticking this pencil in your mouth. No, I don't want to. Stick it in your mouth! Oh, it'll make you happy! How do you feel? Better. Migraines and strokes actually carry a lot of the same symptoms. So if you suffer from regular migraines, you might notice that one day you're actually just dying. The founder of Match.com lost his girlfriend to a man that she met on Match.com. In the United States, roughly a third of all the food is just thrown away. Why? I'm always thirsty. Like, it never feels like you can drink enough water, you know? No. You should go get checked for diabetes. What? I mean, it could be nothing, but you know, low insulin causes a glucose buildup, which makes you pee more, which makes you crave more water. No, my hair is thinning. I don't want to be bald. Hey, if you're gonna be bald, you're gonna be bald. Right now, it sounds like your body's not producing enough hemoglobin, so you should start eating foods higher in iron. Hey, look, I got another bruise. I don't even like know where these things come from half the time. They just show up. It sounds like you're having liver issues, man. You need to start eating foods higher in vitamin K and zinc. Why? I know your body better than you do. So we all know what manatees are, right? Okay, the cows of the sea, if you will. Fun fact about them, their vaginas are the most anatomically similar to humans. Another fun fact, manatees were the inspiration behind the myth of mermaids. You know, the beautiful half fish, half person that's known to lure sailors to their deaths. When I learned that, I was like, how do you get manatee from mermaid? And then I remembered the first fact and... I wasn't planning on posting today just because I need a fucking break, but I had a lot of creators hit me up about this thing that's going on that they want me to shed some light on, use my platform, in hopes that maybe TikTok sees it so they can like address it or stop. Both would be good, both. And just to specify, I had Savage God hit me up, Keita Rose hit me up, and Black Man Black Father, who I'd show you his TikTok account, but it got banned for no reason. Savage God also mentioned that Jay Williams J got banned and US Army Overlord got banned. As far as I know, there is no real reason for this ban, and the only connections that these people have is that they're black and they talk about social justice issues. And honestly, there's so many other creators that I've seen getting banned recently, and it's like, why, TikTok? I personally don't know how to help this situation except making noise and like getting more eyes on it. So yeah, hopefully this does something. I don't fucking know. But TikTok, can we just like stop silencing black voices for just talking? That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. So when I was like 12, I was eating green olives that weren't supposed to have a pit, but one of them had a pit. So I chipped my tooth and I had to go get it fixed. And then a few years later, I was sitting in class biting my nails and I chipped it again. So I got it fixed. And then I was on a date with somebody eating pizza and I chipped it again. Guess what, motherfuckers? I was biting a straw yesterday and I chipped it again! It's not even like that bad, okay? Like, okay, not cosmetically, but like I can feel it and it's annoying and it keeps cutting my tongue, so I gotta go get it fixed, but I don't like the dentist, so this is gonna be fun.
There's a little girl staring at me. I like this wall art. That scares me. Gross. They gave me the spit suction thing. My lip is numb.
So I survived and it looked pretty good, but guaranteed in like the next year it's gonna chip again. But yeah, thanks dentist. Yo, dude, wake up. Shit, sorry. I'm just really tired. Okay. You could go outside and take a walk, but like if you need to stay here, just hold your breath for as long as you can. That should wake you up. Okay, I'm desperate. Here. You okay? Oh, I'm not okay. You keep moving the steering wheel like we're in a TV show. I'm getting motion sick. It's just how the road is. Whatever. For motion sickness, you gotta rub your thumb at the base of your wrist. It's just how the road is. Fuck you. Dude, is that your stomach? Are you hungry or something? No, I'm not hungry. Just, you know, stomach noises. Oh, to get that to go away, you have to like puff up your stomach like a beer belly, you know? Dude, I swear to God, if you're lying, fine. If you have a hard time taking pills, try remembering this, okay? If it's a tablet, swallow with your chin up because it sinks. But if it's a capsule, swallow with your chin down because it floats. So whenever your child's watching TV, make sure that you put on the subtitles, okay? That way they learn spelling and verbal skills at the same time. So if you're a smoker and you can't quit or you really don't want to quit, try drinking more black tea, okay? Because it's been proven to prevent lung damage caused by smoking. So it's my birthday, but I already celebrated in Vegas, so we're gonna go get Astro a puppuccino from Starbucks. And yes, he likes to sit in my lap while we drive and not his seat. I don't know if it's safe, but look how cute he is. You know, dude, this is gonna get a little weird when you're like 150 pounds. He's so excited, I gotta like hold him back. Some big ears, dude. There's another puppy behind us. Dude, that's my drink, stop! Okay, Astro, ready? Here you go, all yours. Yes! All in your nose. This is so cute. You're such a good boy! Alright, he fucking licked my drink. I got a straw, it's okay. Crisis averted. Astro, say bye! I've been kicked in the balls! You've been kicked in the... Balls? Yes, I've been kicked in the balls. Oh, the agony. Help me get rid of the pain, Jayus. Okay, well, what you can do is get down into this squatting position or lay on your back and hold your knees. Wow, my balls don't hurt anymore. Oh God, I woke up with heartburn. You know, you should try sleeping on your left side instead, because when you're on your right side, your stomach's actually higher and gravity causes acid reflux and all the heartburn shit, so just, yeah, left side. Dude, period cramps are the worst. But I thought you had balls. You don't know. Okay, what you need to do to help with cramps is cut out caffeine, get more calcium, and get a rice stock for your stomach and throw that shit in the microwave for a bit. Hey, what you doing? Dude, I need to pee so bad, but these people have been in here for like 45 minutes. I think they're making out. I need to pee so bad. Okay. You should start thinking about sex. Dude, why would I do that right now? Really? Come on. No, dude, I'm being serious. It tricks your brain and relieves some of the pressure. Go away. I want to die. I want this migraine to kill me. Come on, stick your hands in this ice water. It'll help. No, just let me die. Ice water! Shit, fuck, okay, fine. And I'm freaking out and my heart rate won't go down, it won't go down. Hey, it's okay, just blow on your thumb. What? No, dude, I'm not a baby, man, no. It'll lower your heart rate, dude, I promise. What's up, my dehydrated bitches? You know who you are. Here are the best times to drink water. Right when you wake up, drink 2 glasses of water to activate your internal organs and to improve brain function. Drink a glass of water before a meal to improve digestion. Drink another glass before a shower to lower your blood pressure. Before you go to bed, drink another glass to avoid strokes and heart attacks. And your dry ass should be drinking water throughout the day anyway, but just be prepared to pee. A lot. Search and rescue dogs on 9/11 were getting so sad from finding a bunch of dead bodies that the human helpers had to bury themselves underneath the rubble just so the dogs could find them and be happy. The #1 cause of death among pregnant women is murder. So the reason you're supposed to go to the doctor if your erection lasts longer than 4 hours is because it can cause gangrene of the dick, where your tissue literally turns black and dies. But don't worry, doctors treat this by getting a big syringe and sucking all the blood out. Hey, so, this, happened. Yeah, we hit 10 million again, which means that 4 of you lucky assholes are either gonna win an Xbox Series X or a PS5. So this is basically how it's gonna work. Using my fancy computer science degree, I wrote a program that's gonna select 4 of my followers completely at random. The program's gonna collect all my followers from all my different platforms, so the more you follow me on, the higher your chance of winning is. So if you follow my TikTok, that's 1 entry to win. If you follow my Instagram, that's 2. YouTube 3, Twitch 4, Snapchat, Twitter, Reddit. I'll be announcing the winners on Instagram later this week, but yeah, thanks for 10 million, guys. I love you. Whoa. What's wrong with you? I have a headache and we are out of Advil. Ooh, okay. Try pinching in between the webbing of your fingers right here and just like rub it back and forth for about a minute and it should go away. Why is this working? It's a pressure point, just drink water. Ooh, I stood up too quickly. Tunnel vision. Ooh, I know. Clench your butt cheeks. What? No! Do it, you know? There's something wrong with you. Dude, my arm fell asleep. It's all like pins and needles right now. Oh, okay, for that, try like rocking your head just back and forth. It should get rid of it pretty quickly. What are you? So I got 2 new tattoos yesterday and I haven't done this yet, so here's a tattoo tour. Here are my first tattoos. I got them on the back of my Achilles heel in case I didn't like it. I didn't have to see it. But this is a brain getting stabbed and it says stop thinking. And this is a dude jumping into a portal and it says be brave. Then on the side of my calf I have this skull with his face sliced off and a frowny face. On the other side I have a skull with its head chopped off and a smiley face. Then above my knee I have the lover loser thing from the movie It because I really liked the book. These next tattoos my older brother did because I'm a supportive sister. I have a butterfly with this cool hypnotic funnel design. I have it on my floor mat, and then my favorite clipper lighter. And then on the other arm, I have a moth with a skull in its head, and then the moon phases in the wings. I got these dudes yesterday, and they look gross because they have sandy derm on them, and all blood and gunk is still in there, but I'm gonna take it off and show you. Ow! It's really, Alright, so I got this astronaut because I love space. And a skeleton king that actually has scoliosis because my sister has scoliosis, and I thought it was funny. Let me know what I should get next. Dude, I feel so nauseous. Here, try smelling this. What the fuck is this? Rubbing alcohol? Still feel nauseous? Actually, no. Thanks. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Oh shit, Start humming. What? Bitch! I don't have to throw up anymore. My nose won't stop running. Easy trick to clear your sinuses is hold your tongue to the roof of your mouth and then press your thumb to your forehead for like 20 seconds. Okay. It worked though? Dude, you know too much.